at noon.
Democrats in Maryland and Virginia are calling out the Trump administration for the latest firings during the shutdown.
D.C. leaders sounding the alarm about high truancy rates within schools. The latest hearing underway. Then a warm and sunny Wednesday, but how long will this last? Meteorologist Brittany Ward is tracking our forecast. Also, we're stretching your dollar with ways to boost your property values before you put your house on the market. And it's the last day of Hispanic Heritage Month. We're taking a look at Peruvian artists featured in a popular D.C. museum.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Good afternoon. Thanks so much for joining us for DC News Now here at noon. I'm Annalisa Gale. Let's take a live look now at Capitol Hill as we enter day 15 of this government shutdown, which has sent ripple effects not just throughout the city, but also through agencies across the country. The Senate voting again last night on a continuing resolution, but for the 8th time, failing to reopen the government. And as we've said before, there appears to be no end in sight. Healthcare is still the top issue amid this shutdown, and it has dragged on now for federal employees and the nation's economy becoming major parts of the discussion here as well, especially here in the DMV with a large share of people here working for the government. And that's what sparked nearly all the Democratic members and Mayor of Maryland and Virginia's congressional delegation to speak out. They held a news conference pointing the finger at Republicans while they defended the work of federal employees. DC News Now's Max Marcilla has the latest.
Democrats' message was pointed at Russell Vought, the director of the Office Management and Budget. They wanted him to know that they view the layoffs of federal workers during the shutdown as illegal, as they do the threat of withholding back pay for these federal workers. These lawmakers from the Maryland and Virginia congressional delegation met with currently furloughed federal workers who were at the press conference. In many cases, they stood behind the Democratic lawmakers. The lawmakers say the work that is being paused during the shutdown is harmful to the public, but also emphasize their refusal to budge on the health care part of this fight. Here's Virginia Senator Mark Warner speaking about those negotiations.
We can do both. Let's get the government reopened. Let's stop this health care crisis cliff and make sure these federal workers get back pay and get back to doing their duty and helping the American public.
We spoke with some of the federal workers who were appearing with Democrats. They supported the Democrats' efforts on health care, but also talked about the impact that the absence of work is having not just on them, but on the public, as they say they want to get back to work because there's important things to do.
The Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, SNAP, which provides food stamps and other valuable food programs, that is potentially going to be in jeopardy the longer this goes on. We have folks that are at NASA are not doing any work. People at the Centers for Disease Control are not at work right now. As
for the layoffs, we heard from Democracy Forward, which says it is currently appealing some of these firings in court. Reporting on Capitol Hill, I'm Max Marcilla. Back to you.
However, Democrats in Congress refuse to fund the federal government, and because of this, many of our operations are impacted, and most of our TSA employees are working without pay.
That's a video of Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem being played at some airports across the U.S. It places blame on the Democratic Party for any delays and travel frustrations flyers may be experiencing, but more than a dozen airports have refused to air that video, saying it violates the Hatch Act. That includes major airports in Atlanta, Las Vegas, Portland, Oregon, Seattle, and Charlotte, as well as LaGuardia, JFK, and Newark airports in the New York area. We have reached out to Reagan National and Dulles and BWI to ask if they're airing the video here in our area. BWI says that video is being reviewed and is not being played at this time at the airport authority for meantime authorities for Dulles and Reagan, referring us to the TSA. Still to come in our next half hour, Vinay Simlot is on Capitol Hill now, taking a closer look at the stress that the shutdown is having on air traffic controllers. Well, the one thing the government shutdown has not stopped is love. The district recently passing emergency legislation for city leaders to issue marriage licenses while the D.C. courts are closed. A massive relief there for so many couples in limbo. D.C. News Now's Liberty Simmons was there as one couple said, "I do."
Many couples were leaving with their marriage certificates just like this in hand, all thanks to the Love Act, which takes effect today, enabling couples to get hitched despite other offices being shut down.
Really exciting.
With a signature on the paper, the District of Columbia's Office of the Secretary is keeping love alive.
It's a day of love. During times like this, you want to have sunshine, and the Love Act has been that for us.
For Haley DePort and her newly minted husband, Nathan, this day almost didn't happen because of the government shutdown.
That is correct. We have been following that quite closely. And we are very thankful that this office has taken on that responsibility and helped relieve that stress for a lot of people.
The Office of the Secretary is issuing marriage licenses, certified copies, and authorizing religious and civil celebrants to perform weddings in the district. Like this pastor who got his license just in time to marry a couple this weekend.
This is all helping me not be in trouble with the couple. You know, weddings are stressful enough, right? Is it going to rain? Is the cake going to arrive on time? And all those good things. To have this taken care of will be a huge help to the couple.
Now, the district is also offering the Wilson Building as a place where couples can hold their wedding ceremonies, and the Love Act will remain in effect for as long as the government shutdown lasts. For now, in Northwest D.C., Liberty Simmons, D.C. News Now.
Liberty, thank you. And for our continuing coverage of how this shutdown is impacting the DMV, you can head to our website right now, dcnewsnow.com. All right, let's turn over to meteorologist Brittany Ward with the latest check on our forecast on this Wednesday. Brittany, good to see some sunshine after Monday's rain.
Yeah, you know, we are going to be holding on to a mixture of sun and clouds as we head through the day today. We're also going to be tracking slightly warmer temperatures. And it looks like we're quiet as we end out the work week. So live look outside, out towards the National Cathedral. Again, we are seeing peaks of sunshine at this hour. Those clouds, though, are starting to roll their way in. But again, we will be seeing more peaks of sunshine as we head through the rest of the day today. We're also going to be tracking those dry conditions as well. Temperature-wise, we have started to warm up. We're sitting at 71 degrees right now in D.C., 65 as you head over there to Hagerstown, 69 currently there in Fredericksburg, Virginia. But you'll notice as you are stepping out right now, maybe heading to lunch, you'll notice a bit of a breeze across the area. Northwesterly winds gusting upwards to about 15 miles per hour here in D.C., 10 as you head over there to Woodstock. Today is going to be yet again another breezy day across much of the region. So what to expect? Expect to see more sunny skies as we head through the afternoon, as well as those breezy conditions. Come tonight, we'll start to see a break in the clouds, mostly clear skies expected with those temperatures slightly on the cooler side. And then tomorrow morning, it will be once again another chilly start, but at least we're going to be holding on to wall-to-wall sunshine, and at least it looks like wall-to-wall sunshine will be sticking around as we head into the end of the work week. But we are going to be tracking once again another cool down. So keep it here. We'll have full breakdown of that forecast, Annalisa, coming up.
All right, Brittany, thank you. Well, let's go to Montgomery County now, where police say one person was hurt following a shooting in Rockville. We're told this happened last night just after 10 p.m. Officers were called to Highwood Road and Lewis Avenue. There, they found that victim suffering from gunshot wounds. They've since been taken to the hospital, and the person is expected to be okay. No arrests have been made at this hour. And an update out of Virginia. State police say they've recovered the body of a man who jumped from the 14th Street Bridge to evade getting captured. On October 1st, police tried pulling over Mohammed Hassan when they say he took off, initiating a chase there on I-395 extending into Prince William County when he was eventually stopped by state troopers. Arlington Hassan and then jumped off. Arlington police tell us that Hassan then jumped off a bridge, and state police say they found that body in the Potomac River 3 days later on October 4th. Well, to an update out of Maryland, former FBI agent Eduardo Valdivia was sentenced to 60 years in prison for raping 3 women. Back in July, Valdivia was convicted of sexual assault. 2 of the victims were in their 20s and one was 18 at the time. Investigators say in 2024 he was an agent who also owned a tattoo studio, and he lured the women in by offering them free tattoos or a chance to become models when they were assaulted. Meantime, in Prince George's County Public Schools, they're saying they have suspended the head football coach at Herbert Flowers High School. The school system telling us on October 8th, the Office of Interscholastic Athletics received an inquiry regarding a student athlete through an investigation. Officials finding that an ineligible freshman player was playing on the varsity team. The head coach was then suspended for the rest of the season and all games forfeited in which the student played. The school district says they will continue to enforce rules and uphold accountability. Well, a big change is coming to a community center in Temple Hills. It's getting a major makeover now, and it's all thanks to the Prince George's County Council and actress Taraji P. Henson's Mental Health Foundation. DC News Now's Yamari Sase spoke with people who say the upgrade can come soon enough.
$30 million will be going into rebuilding the Temple Hills Community Center, and when it's done, it won't just be a place where people gather or work out. It'll be a hub for mental health and wellness, which many say Prince George's County needs much more of.
My goodness, it's just amazing.
Cecilia Morton relies on the Temple Hill Community Center to host her annual breast cancer awareness group. So when she heard about the $30 million renovation, she couldn't believe it.
I'm surprised at the amount, and I know it's going to be beautiful.
The project is in partnership with the Prince George's County Council and Taraji P. Henson's Boris Lawrence Henson Foundation, focused on boosting mental health and wellness programs right here in the county.
We definitely have a lack of resources when it comes to mental health, and we especially have a lack of resources when it comes to mental health that people are excited about participating in. So you'll have hip hop therapy, art therapy, plant therapy, so many non-traditional styles infused with the arts and wellness practices and African heritage, and so it'll be a very special place.
And for many, they say it's exactly what the community needs.
I think it is an excellent idea because there are a lot of people that really need help. And we need it. We need it because a lot of the issues stem from mental health.
Council Chair Edward Burrows says once it's finished, it's going to be one of the most popular spots in the county.
This wellness hub will be a place where people can come and get their needs met in a fun, exciting way, infusing the arts, infusing mindfulness practices by some of the best instructors in our entire country.
Right now, leaders are in conversation with architects to finalize the design for the new building. Reporting here in Temple Hills, I'm Yamari Sase, DC News Now.